Hello to all my artsy crafty friends. Do you want to freshen up your front porch for spring? Well, I want to bring some spring cheer to my front door, so I'm going to make 2 wreaths and a topiary today. And since I know you guys love my dupes, I will be copying Kirkland's items for much cheaper than store prices. So keep watching to see just how much we saved by creating these ourselves. Let's start with these lemon topiaries. Lemons are perfect for spring and summer, and yellow always adds cheer to any space. I'm planning on having a wreath on my front door, so I don't want it too crowded since I don't have the biggest front porch. So I am going to make just one of these, and it'll be the larger one. So let's say instead of $100, it's $50 for one. This is a cardboard tube, and it's a little thinner than a paper towel tube, but that would also work if that's all you have on hand. This came from the center of a wrapping paper roll. We're just going to wrap this with Dollar Tree twine until it's completely covered, other than the top and bottom. We're going to leave those empty with a few inches. I created a hole in the end of a rectangular piece of floral foam and glued this onto one side of our tube. I also trimmed off any flyaway from the twine. That is one annoying thing with twine because I always like a crisp, clean look on my projects, and the scraggly pieces just don't work for that. I have this really pretty pot that I had painted gray. This will make a great base for our topiary. I had made another topiary a while back, so I'm going to upcycle this moss topper I had created. This is basically foam core that I got at Dollar Tree and painted green, and then I glued moss right on top. If you're making this from scratch, you won't have to cut down the circle like I am here, but it's basically trial and error because once you trace the outside of the pot opening, you'll want it to sit just right in the pot so that it isn't too small that it falls in, and so it isn't too big that you see the foam core edge. So just trim a little at a time until you get the foam core just the right size for your pot. I filled in any spots that didn't look completely covered with moss. And now it's time to work on the florals. It helps to have a plan and ensures that you have enough of the right florals. And I like symmetry in most of my projects, so I'm just making sure I have the correct florals to make this look balanced. Then I used moss to cover any empty spots, and I started inserting the stems right into the foam. You'll want to rotate the foam around as you work, just to make sure all the sides are evenly covered. I had these leftover lemons from my recent lemonized kitchen makeover. These I didn't want to look symmetrical, so I did space them out around the greenery. The last step is to glue the trunk of our topiary onto the pot. Here were the materials we needed to pick up. And here is mine compared to the Kirkland's one. Remember we said it would be $50 for just one, so we had quite a savings here, and it looks just as good. This eucalyptus wreath is $50 from Kirkland's, and I know we can make it for way less than that. It is very simple and elegant and would look great on my red front door. Let's start by upcycling this Christmas wreath. I really want to get to that wooden floral hoop, so I'm going to remove all of these other decorations. What's nice here is that we'll be wrapping this hoop with twine, so we don't even have to worry about any leftover glue or patchy paint on this hoop. This looks tedious, but once you get into a groove, it does go pretty fast. Plus, we only need to cover it around 75% because we'll be covering the rest with those florals. This video is part of the Room by Room challenge hosted by Freckled Mom DIY. There will be a playlist with more copycat ideas, which I'll link in the description box below so you can check it out. If you're new to Artsy Cupcake, welcome. My name is Maria, and I just love sharing ideas here for you so you can get creative at home too. From room makeovers to DIYs and crafts, I have easy, budget-friendly ideas, all for you to get crafty. I'm also a graphic designer, and I plan on doing a day in the life of a graphic designer video very soon. So if that interests you, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when that video goes up. And if you have any questions for me about being a graphic designer, make sure to put them in the comments box below, and I'm going to try to get to as many of the questions as possible. So wrapping all this twine took me around 30 minutes, and it wasn't that bad. It went pretty fast. I got some eucalyptus sprigs gathered along with a few other types to add some interest. These big white roses are from Dollar Tree, and they're so pretty with the greenery. I just love this look. I found these wheat stems at Dollar Tree, and they came with these little sprigs of tiny berry-looking things. They do break easily, so make sure to work with them very gently, but they're perfect for adding a little texture to our arrangement. I used Gorilla Glue glue sticks for a strong hold, and I also used some floral wire just in case any pieces were not staying in place. You can see up close here how those little extra sprigs add another layer of texture to our wreath. Okay, now here were the supplies that we needed. And here is ours next to the Kirkland's one. What is so fun about these dupes is you can use the original as inspiration and then put your own twist on them and make them work with your home decor. And then the super satisfying part, of course, is the cost savings, right? This orange and green goes so beautifully with that gray basket. I think this will add some spring cheer to our front door. I'll be upcycling this Christmas decor I had created this year. I don't like to use the same decorations over and over again, so I do a lot of upcycling, and well, it's just fun to make new things. I had made this pleated bow, and I'm actually going to save that for another project. And the florals and feathers I'll set aside too. I never just toss something unless it has glue all over it or it's been used so many times that it's starting to look a little sketchy. So I found this basket at a thrift store, and I had painted it a nice gray color, which will match our topiary nicely. I used floral wire to cut my floral foam. It isn't perfectly straight, but it does the job and you'll never see the foam anyway. I used a skewer from Dollar Tree in the foam so it would hold its place without falling into this long basket. I love how full and bright this is. Here were the supplies we used. And here is the comparison. This one came out looking so close to the original. I'm really happy with it, and I think it's gonna look great on our door. Now, I wasn't sure if I would like the orange and the yellow combo on my porch here. Or if I like the neutral wreath with the lemon topiary better. Comment below with which one of these combos is your favorite. I like them both, so I'm having a hard time deciding. If you enjoyed these dupes and you liked seeing how much money we saved, don't forget to subscribe because these copycat videos are a regular series. And don't forget to check out my friends playlist if you want more dupes right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very creative day. Bye!